Fuck yeah, dude. Like Miriam said, I go by Neeraj. My full birth name is Parameshwara Neeraj Srinivasan, which is why I believe that some people should be allowed to be racist. I don't know why I pointed at you. I'm sorry, that was really so much more heavy-handed than it needed to be in the first 10 seconds, dude. But that's how I feel, you know what I mean? Like, if you have a hard time learning how to make new sounds with your face, and you don't read so well, and, you know, that makes you hate Indian people, I'll give it to you. I think that's fair, dude. I think a little hate in your heart is an even trade for a reading disability. That sounds fine to me. I get it. Takes a lot of courage for an American to attempt that name. Like, the bravest person I've met was the Delta employee at the Salt Lake City airport that had to say my name over the speaker when I was late for a flight. Like, she had to try 4 times to get through it, and I know it wasn't easy because after the 3rd time, she sighed. She sighed into the microphone. Like, we all heard it. I'm like running to my flight, all I hear is boop. Calling Mr. Neeraj Srinivasan. Like, she was really, really worked up. I got to the gate and I scanned my boarding pass and Beth was like, wow, you have a really long name. And I don't know what the appropriate response to that is, but I could tell from her reaction that the inappropriate response was, well, I was a really long baby. She didn't like that. It's true. Indians have long names, and I'm convinced that is why, year after year, we dominate the spelling bee. All our brains are primed from a young age from having to identify our cousins. I'll trust an 11-year-old kid named Venkatamurthy Gopalakrishnaswamy before the spell check on my phone, okay? That kid will fucking spell anything, dude. Just spell your balls off, all right? It's true, Indians have long names, but Americans have goofy names. Like, Americans love giving their kids names after jobs that don't require a college degree. Right? Met a lot of hunters, tanners, masons, fishers, parkers. I haven't run into any engineers, It's never been 2 dudes like, what's up, I'm lawyer, this is pharmacist. We're on the lacrosse team, or whatever, I'm glad you guys like that. That's the only joke my dad doesn't hate. That's the one that proves to him I don't need to be called doctor, all right? That's the one. My dad's a really sweet guy. He's a really traditional, religious Indian guy, but he never pushes it on people. He really only brings it up when he's losing an argument about something else. I started getting tattoos a couple years ago, called my dad, I was like, hey dad, I got a tattoo this weekend. He was like, what? Why? I was like, why not? He's like, well, our God doesn't like it. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, our God doesn't like it when you put all that sinful ink in your skin. I was like, Dad, we're Hindu. I'll find a new God. Come on, are you playing with me right now? There's literally thousands of choices, dude. I'll track one down that isn't square as fuck, right? There's gotta be one up there that's all punk rock, like, ooh, So imagine that with 10 more arms, like I'm Sid Vishnu, I'll listen to that guy. Now, I'll tell you the truth, this is the real reason I got tattoos. I recently came to an exorbitant amount of cash. Yeah, a lot of people don't know this about me, but a couple summers back, I was on a game show on ABC called $100,000 Pyramid, and I won $100,000. This is totally true. Yeah, all right, thank you. Thank you for clapping. I've definitely said that on the road and nobody responds, and I'm like, all right, getting fucking robbed tonight. All right. Not getting out of this county, dude. It's not happening. It was mad surreal. The host of the show was Michael Strahan. Yes, darling of the nation, Michael Strahan. We got some Strahan heads in the audience, yeah. And he asked me on the show, he's like, what are you gonna do if you win $100,000? And at the time, I was in a relationship, so I said, I'm gonna marry my girlfriend. And I said that because I didn't think I would win. You ever have the universe call your bluff, dude? It can fuck up your plans. It can happen to you. My very first thought when I won was, oh my God, I won! And my second thought was, Sid Vishnu, why? They shot the episode, and they're like, okay, it's not gonna air for like 4 more months. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But 3 weeks before the episode went on TV, we broke up. And then everyone I've ever known watched me lie for money to Michael Strahan, which is like lying to Santa. Honestly, it felt really wrong. My grandmother in India FaceTimed me to be like, congratulations, honey, when's the wedding? And I had to like make stories up like, wedding's off, grandma, she died. She was like, what? How did she die? I was like, oh, you know how these American girls are with their cocaine, you know? That's what I said. Sometimes I wish I had married her, dude, because I'm single now and it's hard out here in these streets. Shouldn't call it that, but that's how it feels. Like when I was with a woman last week, you know, we got some drinks and we went back to my apartment and then had sex, which was fine. Honestly, incredibly underwhelming. You know, one of us came, it was me. Anyway, so we had sex and I got up. I was like, hey, let me run to the bathroom. She grabbed my arm. She's like, wait, no, just pee on me. I was like, what? She's like, I'm serious. I want you to pee on me. I was like, no thanks. And she was like in a frenzy. She's like laid back. She's like, dude, just pee on me. I want you to pee all over me. Just pee all over me. I was like, look, I'll pee all over you at your house. Why don't we go ruin your sheets? My name's Neeraj, everyone. Thank you so much.